Today, I'm going to show you step by step how to set up your Bumble profile to find the best tratty baddies that you can ever lay your eyes on. So, start with filling out my name, then my birthday. I'm just going to make up a fake birthday. Just put your real age, pretty simple. And then gender, I'm going to pick man. And then I'm not going to show it on profile. Here's the general heuristic we're going to use on the profile. Imagine you meet a girl for the very first time in person at a Bible study or at a speed dating event or at a swing dancing event. What would you say within those first 30 seconds to 90 seconds of meeting her? If it's something you wouldn't say in person meeting her, then don't say it on your dating profile, or choose the option but then hide it. So gender is just one example. If I were to meet a girl in person, I wouldn't say, "Hi, my name's Taylor and I have a male gender identity." I wouldn't say that. That's really weird. So I'm not gonna make it visible on my profile. So we're gonna go to the next one. And then email, I'm just gonna put in my email, but I'm gonna cut it out so you guys can't spam me. Just put in whatever email you want to put in. So I'm just gonna put in a random email and skip to the next part. I'm gonna use Bumble Date so that I'm not looking for friends or events, I'm just looking for dates. And then I'm gonna put, I wanna meet women. Now we're looking at the hoping to find option. I'm gonna be really careful here because I don't want to put anything that's gonna scare women off. Because remember, you're not gonna go up to a woman that you meet and say, "Hi, my name's Taylor. I'm looking for a life partner." That's gonna be really awkward. So we're gonna put a safe option on here, which is just fun, casual dates. But if she sees that you're Catholic, you have good pictures, then she's not just gonna assume,
okay, this guy wants a hookup.
So as long as your other photos show that you're an attractive Catholic dude with his head screwed on right, she's not gonna think that you're looking for hookups or something like that. So let's go to the next part. Height. Whatever your height is, add 1 to 2 inches. I'm actually 6'2", so I would just put 6'2", but let's say I was 5'9". I'm literally just gonna add 1 or 2 inches. And here is the reason. Every guy is rounding his height up. So you're not doing anything super sinful by just rounding your height up slightly. Just make sure you're only swiping right on girls who wouldn't be able to tell that you are not actually that height when you meet them in person. So for example, if I was 5'8", but I put 5'10", I would never go out with a girl that was 5'9" or 5'10", or even 5'8", because she would instantly be able to tell I wasn't actually that tall. So we're basically just employing the dark arts to get around this artificial preference that they're only having because of the unnatural massive number of options on the dating apps. So I'm actually 6'2" though, so I'm just gonna put 6'2". Now, interests. You don't need to fill out all of these interests. You don't even need to fill out any, honestly, but what you could do if you want is either leave it blank or pick interests that women would personally identify with. So concerts, dogs, travel. I'll go hiking. That sounds a little bit better. Food or maybe cooking. Yeah, cooking seems cool. Let's be fine there. Okay, values. We're just gonna skip these. They're not important. Ethnicity. You wouldn't walk up to a girl and be like, "Hi, my name's Taylor. I'm of Caucasian descent." So we're gonna skip that. And then we're gonna do, I drink sometimes, just because it makes you seem like a normal person, and that's important for women to know before they start dating you. Because if you never drink, okay, then is he gonna meet me for drinks? What is that gonna look like? Just saying I drink sometimes makes you seem like a normal person. And then smoking, just put no, I don't smoke. And then kids, we're gonna leave that blank. Even if you're one of my older clients that has kids, you're gonna leave that blank, because you wouldn't walk up to a girl at a bar and say, "I have 3 kids." You're not gonna say that within the first 2 minutes of meeting a girl. Wait until she has a full context of knowing who you are to talk about serious things like that. When you're just online, there's no context, there's no real human connection yet. What's important in your life? We're gonna choose Catholic, but then politics, we're gonna leave blank. Community issues, we're gonna leave blank. And then prompts, here's what we're gonna do. I explained this more in my prompt video, but we just want short, assertive, funny prompts. We don't want word salads that read like a diary entry. First prompt, a really good one that I like to have guys use is, here's a really fun, relatable prompt that I have a lot of my clients use to great success, because I guarantee every single girl you're gonna meet has probably met someone who joined a pyramid scheme and they were a total jerk to her when they know her prior. So this is a great prompt that can get a ton of positive reactions. Next one, we're gonna do something like this. It's gonna pre-qualify girls and push the liberals away and bring the conservative feminine girls towards your direction. And then here's another fun prompt that we can do. I love this prompt because it says, hey, I'm good at cooking, but then also has a funny little backhanded joke about yourself that you're bad at doing the dishes. And I love this prompt because the amount of women that I've had text me and text my clients saying stuff like, what are you going to cook for me? Or when can I do your dishes? The amount of times that has happened is hilarious. Now we're going to choose the pictures. And I do have an album of pictures that I'm going to be able to use to show you. We're going to want to start with a picture that clearly shows what you look like and shows you looking your best. Because 90% of women are going to decide whether or not they swipe left just based on your first photo. And when women do like your first photo, then they're going to look at the rest of the profile. First photo is the most important photo. So here's a really attractive picture of myself that I'm just going to upload as my first photo. Second photo needs to be similar. It needs to show what I genuinely look like and show me looking my best. Number 2, shows me looking very handsome. Photo number 3, let's lighten the mood a little bit and do something where I'm doing a fun activity, or it's a little bit of a softer look, like a dog photo. And then photo 4, we're gonna keep the exact same vibe. So I'm actually gonna put in here an adventure photo of me kayaking. And we'll do one more attractive but activity related photo. I'm gonna do this nice wedding photo, and then we'll finish off with an attractive photo once more. Here's a fun, attractive photo of me at a bar taken by my friend, and a lot of women love this photo. I don't know why, but they enjoy it a lot. So here's what an example profile would look like, and let's move forward. Opening moves. This is a new feature that Bumble has added. I honestly don't care about opening moves, but if you want to choose one, you could do something like, I remember there was one that said, what's the last thing that made you smile? There it is. I'm not going to allow notifications because that's going to make me lose my mind. It's much better to batch your use of the app into little segments that are separated throughout the day rather than constantly having the app hitting you with notifications, taking you out of your focus and dragging your focus back to the profile. Before I start swiping, let's just check on my profile one more time. I'm going to click right here because for some reason Bumble doesn't give us the option for filling everything out on the first go. So in here, I'm going to turn best photo on because this is just an algorithm that's going to basically tell which photo women like best and automatically move it to the front. And I trust Bumble's algorithm, so I'm going to let it move the best photo to the front. Next, I'm going to verify my photo. This is going to show a check mark next to my name when I'm swiping on these apps, so women know I'm actually real. This is especially important for guys who have really good professional photos. And I'm going to replicate the photo exactly. I am submitting the photo, and it'll usually take a couple seconds to verify. And then that'll be on my profile showing that I'm verified. That still doesn't guarantee they think that I'm a real person, which is why it's really nice to not only have amazing professional photos, but to also add in photos where it's taken by an iPhone and it's a little bit more candid. So let's keep scrolling. This, we're gonna keep blank. Prompts, we've already filled out. Opening move, we're gonna leave that. And then bio, we don't even need to fill it in because our prompts are doing all of the work. Now we're gonna look at the About You section. This was left empty the first time through, but let's go fill this out. Work, we're gonna add a job and we're gonna leave the company blank, but just put a job title that makes what you do sound interesting to a female. You might have to change it up a little. For example, I have some clients who are entrepreneurs, like one is an affiliate marketer, but that sounds really weird. Women don't really know what that is necessarily, and they might just think you're a broke entrepreneur trying to make yourself sound cool. So if you can just simplify it to terms that they would understand, that's always the best move to make. If you were an affiliate marketer, you'd probably put director of marketing because in a sense, you do marketing and you're also a director because you own your own company. So director of marketing, that sounds cool. For me, I'm a sales engineer during the day, so I would just put engineer. Whatever your job is, make it sound cool without lying about it and also making it understandable for the average girl. Then I'm not gonna add education. We're gonna go to gender, that's already selected. Location, I'm just gonna put where I am. Hometown, I'll say I'm from Milwaukee. Put the hometown if it's a recognizable place that a girl would see that and be like, maybe she'd be from Milwaukee or she knows people from Milwaukee. Just makes you seem a little bit more relatable. Ethnicity is blank. Height, we still have it. Exercise, we're gonna add active just to make you seem like you're not a complete loser. We're gonna leave your education blank. Plans for children blank. Zodiac sign, you're not gay, so you're gonna leave that blank. Political leanings blank, because again, you're not gonna walk up to a girl in person and say, I'm a rabid conservative. And then religion, we're gonna do Catholic, and that's everything. If you're filling this out at any point and you want to get out of this menu, just hit the X on the top left and you'll be able to get out of there. Pronouns blank, language is blank, unless you're bilingual. If you're bilingual, then put multiple languages. Like for example, one of my clients speaks both English and Spanish, so I don't want you to put that in there. Last but not least, Spotify. Don't need to connect it. It's completely irrelevant information. You want to put just enough information on there to get a girl interested in you, but not put so much that it gives her a million extra little things to judge and to reject you based off of. Now let's get to the settings on Bumble. Everything looks right in here. Now if we go to the swiping section, we're gonna say, okay, we're only dating women. I'm honestly just gonna open this up all the way just because it's gonna throw the algorithm wide open, and then the algorithm is gonna be able to serve me up the women that are liking my profile the most. For distance, you're gonna ask yourself, how far would I be willing to drive for a date? If you'd be willing to drive 30 minutes, 40 minutes, then double that and put that as the distance that you're able to travel. So for example, if I didn't want to travel more than 20 minutes for a date, that would be halfway in between someplace that was 40 miles away from me. So my limit would be 40 miles. Depending on where you live, you can play with that limit and make it higher or lower based on the population density. If you're in a really big city, you can make the distance pretty close. If you're in a rural town with not a lot of people, you're gonna need to open that distance up pretty wide. And then the rest of this is completely fine. And then advanced filters, you can add Catholic, but that would be a premium feature. You don't have to do it. You can just look at the feature. You can just manually look at the profile and see if they're Catholic, but if you want to save time and you're a high roller, then you can do premium. So now I can start swiping. And ultimately, all you're gonna do is only swipe on a girl that seems like she has potential and you'd be super interested in meeting her. For example, let's just say one of my clients is swiping on this. Are there any massive red flags? Notice that the profile doesn't say she's Catholic, but it does say she wants a long-term relationship. She is living in Milwaukee. Maybe she's Catholic. I don't know. So like I tell my client, if you find this girl attractive, maybe take a chance and swipe right. Let's look at this girl now. Something that's good to look at is to see how much of a hoe she seems like. This girl seems like a hoe, so we're not going to swipe. This girl seems like she could have potential, given that you find her attractive, because she's Christian, wants a long-term relationship, marriage, and all that stuff. So this could be a potential swipe if you are interested in this girl and think she's cute. There's another girl, you're looking, so she wants kids, that's good, long-term relationship, that's good. I can't see if she's religious or not, but you might want to take a chance if you find this girl attractive. Let's go to this next one. Okay, liberal, so my guess is if you see liberal, you're gonna swipe left. And this is basically all you're doing. You're just looking for women that have potential. If you find them attractive, swipe right and see what happens. But if you find any glaring red flags, like she's liberal or doesn't want kids or just wants intimacy without commitment, or maybe she's, agnostic or atheist or Buddhist, if you see any red flags, swipe left. But if you don't see any glaring red flags, then I would swipe right. Just look at the photos, and if she seems like a complete hoe that's not very modest, then don't swipe right. And basically all you're gonna do is just keep swiping through and through and through until you hit your daily swipes, and just do this every single day until you've gotten to the limit. I would highly suggest doing this every day, and I would swipe on all of the apps all at once just to get it out of your way. And then throughout the day in dedicated times between doing work or after all the work is done for the day, you can swipe through your matches and message people. Here's another really good thing to look out for. Notice how this girl only has pictures of her face. I would instantly get red flags in my head because women only posting pictures of their face are most likely a catfish and weigh a lot. She doesn't seem like she fits the bill because she looks in decent shape, but every now and then you're gonna get a girl who only has pictures of her face and is heavily filtered, and in those instances she most likely is very overweight, so don't swipe right on her. Already looks like I'm getting some likes, so that's good, but yeah, then you're just gonna keep swiping through, look for any red flags, and swipe left if there are any red flags. So very simple, very straightforward. Happy swiping. Just finished making your Bumble, so now let's make your Hinge. We're gonna start off with your name, your phone number, your email. I already got all of that out of the way. And now I'm just gonna make up a fake birthday. Confirm. Gonna disable notifications. Gonna add more details. Okay. You would click go to your current location, but I'm not going to show you the current location because I don't want to get killed. I'm just joking. So I'm going to go to my current location. And just like the last time, remember, this is the digital equivalent of walking up to a girl at a social event and meeting her for the first time. So I'm going to choose he, him, because that's what I am. It's dumb that I even have to specify this, but I'm just going to do it just in case a girl is searching and she's filtering based on pronouns. And then I'm going to leave it out so it's not visible on the profile. Man is my gender. I'm gonna go forward, but hide it on the profile. Gonna do straight, but then hide it on the profile. Then I'm gonna do women, doesn't show on the profile no matter what. I'm not gonna go up to a girl and say, hi, my name's Taylor Ross. I can't wait to go on a date with you. I'm in a long-term relationship. That's way too much and way too soon. So I'm just gonna do long-term relationship, but then I'm gonna make it not visible on the profile. I'm looking for a monogamous relationship, so I'm gonna choose monogamy, but then I'm gonna not make it visible on the profile. For height, I already told you, if you're 5'8" or 5'9", round up 1 to 2 inches, but I'm 6'2", and so you don't need to round up if you're above 6 foot. Ethnicity, doesn't really matter. I'll choose the correct answer, then I'm gonna hide it on my profile. Children, I'm gonna do don't have children, but hide it on the profile. Family plans, I'm gonna say I want children, but hide it on the profile. I'm gonna do hometown, I'm gonna say Milwaukee, and then where do you work? I'm gonna leave this blank. I don't wanna show the company. But then job title, like I said in the last one, we're just gonna simplify it as much as humanly possible while also making it sound cool and high status. And where I went to school, you're not gonna put your school unless it's a pretty prestigious school that a lot of people are gonna recognize. Or if you've been out of school for more than 5 years, you don't need to put your school. I would probably put my school if I were in the dating market, because I've only been out of school for 2 years. But if you've been out for way longer than that, just leave it empty. This one, here's a little bit of the dark magic. We're gonna do post-grad. It's always hidden. Religious beliefs, we're just gonna do Catholic, and we're gonna make sure it's visible. Political beliefs, we're gonna do conservative, but we're then gonna hide it. Drinking, we're gonna do sometimes, just to show that we're normal. Smoking, we're gonna do no. And then weed, we're gonna do no, but then hide it. And then drugs, we're gonna do no, but then hide it, because that is just noise. We don't even need to put it on the profile. Now we are gonna put photos. Hinge is a little bit weird. It goes into a square, so just crop it so your head, like right now, my hair is touching the top of the frame. I don't want that. Just move it so your hair is a little bit under the top of the frame. Same thing with this one. Same thing with this one. Probably like this, just so I'm not cutting the dog off. It's okay if I'm cut off a little bit. This one I'm gonna move it so I'm a little bit more top of frame. This one I'm gonna move it so I'm centered. This one I'm gonna move it a little bit more so I'm centered. And boom, there's my profile, and I just followed the same directions that I gave earlier. Okay, now we're gonna do prompts. And earlier in this course, I gave you 33 sample prompts, and so I'm just gonna copy paste sample prompts from the 33 battle tested prompts that I gave you earlier. These are also just gonna be the same ones that I used on my Bumble. So greatest strength, fun one is great, cook, but bad at the dishes. We're gonna do no punctuation. Second one is gonna be together we could leave places early. That one's pretty funny and pretty relatable. Third one, we're gonna do we'll get along if you don't steal my hoodies. Boom. 3 battle tested prompts. You can literally just copy paste these or use the guide inside of this course to make other prompts that you can use with AI. Voice prompts, don't need them. We're gonna skip. Okay, so these photos were added and now we're good. And now let's just make sure we got everything in there. So that's all hidden, fantastic. So if I were to go to the view tab, here is what the profile is currently looking like. A photo that shows clearly what I look like, my age, my height, my location. Sometimes I drink, no, I don't smoke. I got my job, my religion, and my hometown. Then I got more really good photos, got a solid prompt, more photos, solid prompt, and this profile is good to go. Last step in the process is to verify. So we're gonna click that gray check mark just to verify. It's gonna make us do something very stupid. You get to laugh at me for a little bit, but I gotta do it for the camera. So you're gonna have to do this. Move slightly away. Gotta move even closer. It's got my encrypted face scan thing so that the overlords in Israel are gonna murder me. So we are good now. And just wait for that to be done loading and your profile is gonna be verified. So if I were to go look at my profile, everything looks good. I'm verified so they know I'm a real person. Now let's get to swiping. Hinge is awesome because you can actually go into your settings and say that you want women, my neighborhood, maximum distance. Again, let's change it to whatever you'd be willing to drive for a date. And then age range, I'm gonna make it super wide. I'll just swipe on women that I actually want to see, but then this is going to allow women outside of the age bracket to right swipe me and boost me in the algorithm, but I'll just left swipe on them, so I'm not actually going on dates with them. And then age range, open to all. Ethnicity, I love all races equally, so we're going to keep open to all. But you know, if you were like that one racist client of mine that only wanted to date Hispanic women, you could technically do that inside this profile. That'd be funny. I've actually never done this. I'm curious what would happen if I choose just Hispanic and Latino and say this is a deal breaker. What would happen? Like, let's just say I want to ruin my life. I only want Hispanics who are below 5'1", you know, those baddie Hispanic Latinas. But yeah, that's funny. A funny little experiment. But I'm going to go back to what I actually would have preferred when I was in the dating game. That is just open to all. And then you can also do religion too. If you're Christian and Catholic, I'd say this is a deal breaker. Boom. Now you can go swipe through some profiles. Hinge is awesome too because you can actually send a message with your like. So super solid thing that you can use. And again, you're just going to be checking profiles for red flags and also looking at her pics to see, is she a hoe? Is she not a hoe? And then you can just swipe right. And I'm going to show you my favorite openers that I like to use. So for this, I would just say cute, brunette, stylish, ... What's the catch? My absolute favorite opener, send that through. Do not send a rose. Never ever send roses. It's just a bad idea. Here we are, just look through, Christian, long-term relationship. You know, if I was still in the dating game, like this is kind of like, I'm not seeing any crazy red flags. Okay, this photo does make her look kind of like a hoe, but whatever. Here's another opener that I love to do. If you see a subjective taste in her profile that you can tease her on, totally go for it. So here I would say something like, damn, I guess this means we need to break up. Another thing that I could try to do is say something like, I hope you're open to changing your mind, winky face. A couple different things that I could do here. So let's go through this one. And again, we're just looking for red flags, seeing, is she Christian? Does she seem like she's a long-term fit? Does she seem like she's a libtard, crazy girl? This girl seems pretty normal, so if I was in the dating game, you know, no huge red flags that I'm seeing here. Here I could say something fun that's a little bit competitive or teasing her a little bit and just say something like, don't tell me you're a Swiftie. It's a nice tease. Keep going. Here's a pretty easy application. It's the competitive opener. In this example, she's skiing. So when we go skiing together, I'll let you beat me to the bottom of the hill. And then you can throw in a nice relaxed face emoji in there. And my likes are done, and I showed you all of the best openers that you can use on Hinge. So just go through, swipe, and using a cold opener is usually a really good move on Hinge. You can also do something a little bit similar where you can like, and instead of using an opener, you can just say cutie and then send, or you can do someone's adorable and then send, they like you back, and then you can send the opener like cute, brunette, stylish, what's the catch, or something like that. I give you this option because sometimes women are gonna match you, but they're not gonna respond to your first message, so you're gonna have to send a completely new opener. But if you just send an opener that doesn't even require a response, like cutie or someone's adorable, then you can follow up with an opener and it's not as awkward. But only do this if you're having a legitimate problem with women not responding to your openers and just matching you. If you have really good photos, that shouldn't even really be a problem because women are going to want to respond to your openers almost every single time. Never mind, I messed up. I actually do still have likes. Oh, liberal, red flag. Not attracted to her. But yeah, you're just going to go through, you're just going to do send likes and just say, like this one, a fun opener you can always use when they have a dog is, you can do something funny like that. You send the likes. Now I'm actually out of likes. Holy cow, I would swipe left on this girl because that first photo is kind of slutty a little bit, so I wouldn't want my little sister to be wearing that around the gym. But yeah, you get the idea. Make a really good profile, send out some messages, and I give you a lot of different options. So that is how to set up your Hinge. Okay, let's finish up this profile setup video with Catholic Match, last but not least. So photos are going to be the same as Hinge and Bumble, same order, same pictures themselves, so not really that much different here. Here's the problem. Catholic Match gives you a lot of opportunities for putting information in that are not, like it's not necessary. Compare how much you can put on Bumble or how much you can put on Hinge compared to how much you can put on Catholic Match. All this info is not necessary. The woman just needs to figure out,
is he attractive? Does he seem like he can take care of me? Is he actually Catholic?
She doesn't need to know your favorite hobbies, your favorite devotionals, your favorite mass style, your favorite parish to go to, your family story. She doesn't need to find out all these crazy things. Temperament, you do not need to add your temperament. It's just noise. It's just bullshit. No one actually needs to know that. A girl isn't like,
oh my gosh, his temperament is like, 70 degrees. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go out with this guy. That's exactly what I'm looking for.
I don't even know what the fuck this means. Complete noise. You don't need it. Now, the bio. What guys like to do on the bio is write a gigantic gay word salad, spilling their life story and talking all about their hobbies. Literally all you need to do is show that you have confidence and show that you have a little bit of a sense of humor. So something as simple as saying, I'm looking for a traditional girl in touch with their feminine side, and then say, and we'll get along great if you don't steal my hoodies. That's literally all you need in a bio. Very confident to state what you're looking for, and this is also playful and a little humorous too. So this makes it very easy for women to message you first. And then also, here's a little bit of tongue in cheek, you're being playful. There's gonna be women who will message you, oh, I wanna steal your hoodies, or what is it gonna take to steal your hoodies? So that's literally all you need for a bio. That's a perfect example. Then telling us about your faith. Just one sentence that sparks curiosity about your faith is all you need. That's it. So for me, my curiosity statement is, I'm a convert, but you'll never guess what I used to be. That sparks curiosity, and women are going to want to message me. Then you need to think, what are some other ways that I can spark curiosity about my faith if I'm not a convert? If you are a convert, this is a really easy one to use, but if you're not a convert, you could say something like, I love Catholicism, I teach OCIA. There's literally 1 to 2 sentences that shows you love your faith, you're a cool guy, and even better if they want to ask a question. Like this example again, I'm a convert, they're going to want to guess what you converted from. And then favorite saints or devotions, leave that shit blank. Doesn't matter. What types of media? Blank. Taste in music? Blank. None of this matters. If she's attracted to you and then you seem normal, she's gonna want to talk to you. It's that simple. You don't need to put all this extra information in. It's just noise. And then, again, we're gonna get to the specifics, only the essentials. How tall? Put your height. Body type? Not essential. Ethnicity? I think you have to answer, otherwise I would leave it blank. Exercise? Just 3 to 4 times a week. Seem like you're normal. Alcohol, socially. Tobacco? I don't. Do you have children? No. Ideal number of kids? Not important. You can talk about that later. Political views, just put conservative so they know you're normal. Education, you can put that. Your job, put that. Faith, put that. Mass, put that. Liturgical preferences, doesn't really matter. And then yeses to all of these. And then all these, they're all noise. They do not matter at all. Do not waste your time. Because like, look at this profile. Look how fucking amazing this profile is. Looks super good. Fantastic photos. Fantastic profile. Now let's go look at your competition. You ready to see your competition on Catholic Match? And I'm going to show you how the less is more approach is better. He spends all his time writing a diary while his photos are absolute shit. And I'm sure this is a super nice guy, but his photos suck ass. He needs to focus on his photos, not his bio. Like, look at this. Fucking diary entry, 1 million interests. But then his photos suck ass. Women have so many matches, they're not gonna read this shit. So you gotta lead with really strong photos. Like, just photos are absolutely horrible. But he's got a fucking diary entry. This guy is never gonna get messages. No one's ever gonna give him the time of day to actually like read his shit. But if you look at this profile, like this is the type of stuff that women are gonna respond to. They're gonna wanna message you. There's a little bit of mystery. You're not spilling your guts completely. Your photos are really good. Your photos do all the talking rather than your bio having to do all of the talking. Like, dude, this is your competition. Look at this shit. What is this? Look at this. What is every guy doing? Shitty selfies. I've been scrolling for 30 seconds and it's all just shitty selfies. What a freaking joke. None of these are good. None at all. It's horrible. You know, every single day, women are getting hundreds of these guys in their inbox. Imagine you get photos like this, you know, an awesome photo with a dog. Then a super handsome photo on the top of a building, a really sick photo, you know, smoking a cigar in a really awesome lounge, and then a really cool upfront photo at a really cool place where you're looking super handsome, or a really interesting architecture portrait. Like, look at this shit compared to this shit. Are you kidding me? If you want to get amazing photos just like this with a photographer who's literally in your backyard so that you can crush the competition, book a call. I'll put the link in the description of this video, and I'm going to talk to you, see if you're a good fit for the program, which actually includes a free photo shoot with a professional photographer that's done this before and is local to you. Here's another example of a client who does a full photo shoot with me. Again, this is your competition, and then these are the photos that you get. Can you see how the competition doesn't stand a chance? You get photos like these compared to photos like these, absolute dog shit. And like, these guys are probably the coolest guys ever. They're super nice. But like, dude, no one's seeing photos like this and being like, oh, I can't wait to go out with this guy. And then they see photos like this and they're like, oh shit, this guy is super handsome and seems super interesting. Like, this is the stuff that is going to get you results. Here's the best way to use Catholic Match. You're going to change this filtering. You're going to go to your local area. Then you're going to do 100 miles. You're going to limit it to your country. You're going to apply. And now all the women in your filter are gonna be local to you. And then here's what you're gonna do. All of the women that you find attractive as you're scrolling through, you're just gonna do this. Right click them, open link in new tab, and now they're open and you can talk to them. And just do this as you find women who you are attracted to. And as let's just say I'm just opening random women, by the end of it, literally scroll through everybody. And by the end of it, this might take you an hour or two. You're gonna have probably 20, 30, 40, 50 conversations to start. And so here you can see, I kind of hit the bottom. So how many women are in here? I don't really know, but literally all you would do is buy premium so that you have the chance to message these women first, then go through and message all of these women first, and literally just hit them with the classic line that gets the best response, which is simply my favorite line. It always works. You just do, and literally copy paste this exact message and then just change it based on her hair color, and boom, this is the line you're going to use. Send this line out 40, 50, 60 times. I don't care how many conversations you're able to open, but then this way you'll get as many women as you can to reply. Some won't reply, and then the women who do reply, try to get their number, try to get them on a date, follow the texting frameworks that I've given you, and then after a month you should have scrubbed through every single woman in your area and gotten either positive or negative responses and either moved forward or got ghosted or whatever. So go through after buying premium, use this technique, use this opening line, send it out 100 times, and you're going to be 100% solid. And again, remember, if your photos look like this, no wonder you're not getting any matches. If you want to start actually getting results, get photos that look like this. Sign up below to book a call with me, and we're going to talk about joining my program if you're a good fit and getting you an amazing photo shoot to level up your Instagram and your online dating game, so your phone is going to be exploding with hot Catholic singles that want to go